Hey y'all, welcome back to Not Your Average Accountant podcast with your host AP Rose. That's me. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I know it's been a minute and I said that I was going to be consistent, but I am. I'm still doing it, but I've been thinking about y'all. Hope you've been thinking about me. We are finally halfway through the year. Can you believe it? Yeah, we got 6 more months, guys, and 2022 will be over. Because my 22, the first 6 months has been a fucking whirlwind. This definitely would be one of the years that would be my story to tell. That I always said that I didn't have a story to tell. Well, definitely got a story to tell now. I'm getting hot, y'all. Excuse me. But we'll get right into it, y'all. So I am going to get into what I've been watching. I know me, I love watching my TVs and my shows. But first, I got to get into the verses, y'all. Like Omarion versus Mario. That wasn't even the talk of the night. It was Ray J, what's his name, Bobby Valentino versus Pleasure P and Sammy. All my childhood people that I used to have up on my walls from that Word Out magazine. So it was pretty cool to see them. But yeah, that was a shit show. But it was a great shit show to watch. Because, oh my God, I was not expecting them to be so hardcore like that. But I think they was doing that because, you know, how y'all be talking about the R&B dudes and shit, how they don't be so hard and they just be singing love songs. So yeah, I think that's why they tried to come all hard and shit. But I have to say, out of all of them, I would say the smartest one is Ray J. Right, funny, right? But also the one that had the most hits was Pleasure P. Because that boy has some bangers back to back to back. And I'm like, okay, I see you. So that was so crazy, y'all. But Ray J was so fucking smart to follow up on how he followed up, knowing people was going to talk about his ass not being able to sing. And he just eating a cup of noodles at the award show. And what else he did? He said he was going to get singing lessons with his daddy. Because he was talking, he embarrassed his sister. Poor Brandy. Poor Brandy. And speaking of award show, y'all, another voice mishap was our dude, Giveon. Can you believe Giveon? Like, what? Like, I just, be playing your tiny desk. And I know that's supposed to be live, right? So I'm like, I don't know what to trust. I'm like, is it BET, sabotaging people, or is it that you just can't sing and you didn't have the right auto tune to fix your voice how you be singing? So I was a little frustrated at Giveon for that shit. Like, bruh, come on now. I can't even listen to songs like that anymore. So I'm like, who the fuck is this singing? Because we did, from that verses, I guess the common folks, us down here, we did come to find out that Omarion was not singing them goddamn B2K songs. Oh, that's what I gotta do. I'm gonna go sit through them CDs, that B2K CD, and just listen. But then again, I already knew because Omarion was my favorite. Like, J Boog was right in everything he said. Like, Omarion was not the favorite. My favorite was Little Fizz and J Boog. Like, Raspy was always the last because he's just ugly. Just ugly. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not supposed to call people ugly, but he was not attractive to me. So people that I like was Little Fizz, of course, because he light skin, long hair, and J Boog because he was just damn fine. And he was the one singing. So, you know what I mean? Omarion was literally like third place and likable of the group. So I can understand now when J Boog was talking about how he just wanted to seek fame and stuff. Because then it had me questioning, because, loving hip hop, when he got on there with his baby mama, April, and they fall out. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of want to go back to see when April was talking all that shit about him. That shit that she was saying was probably true. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that really opened up some Pandora's box. But it was so good. So I'm moving to TV, y'all. So I got to get on this show. Y'all have to get on this show because I've been waiting to let like a black TV sci-fi movie come out that's like just straight black people in there, and then black people are like the stars, and I'm like, are winning. You know what I mean? And so all of a sudden, pop up on my Instagram feed. Shout out to the Strong Black Lead page. They had this scene of this black girl and white girl like interacting with each other, and it was just so like a great scene. So I said, all right, I'm watching that. I'm thinking, I'm just gonna watch 1 episode, 2 episodes. Nah, y'all. I binged it. I said binged it. I binge watched that show all the way through. Like, I'm so mad that it's not another season. It better be another season. Like, Netflix, don't fuck this shit up just because of black people are fucking winning on this show. Oh my God, it's so amazing, the show. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I didn't even say the show name. So the show is called First Kill. And basically, how I can describe it, if you like Twilight, if you like, what was it? Not the man. Why can I not think of the name? The one with Regina King with the guy, the blue guy. X-Men? No, not X-Men. Undermen? Yeah, I know the fucking show I'm talking about. But if you like shows like that, and even now like Stranger Things, but you want to see like black people, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like mixed, it's a mixed race, but I'm just saying there's more black people than we usually see in these type of shows and, media. But yeah, it's like that. So basically, and like a little Romeo Juliet type of deal. And it's very queer. So definitely gonna have people their panties in a bunch. Basically, these 2 girls, they meet in school. One girl just came to, dang, I really forgot their name. But the black girl had just arrived at the school, and the white girl was just, I guess, getting to her own. She was like a loner. She only had one friend, and of course, her one friend's a black gay guy. But even then, they gave him a good role. So I'm saying, black people had these fucking roles in that show. But anyways, they show up to school, come to find out that they are technically like enemies because of where they came from and who their families are. So the white girl, she is a vampire. So that's why I say it's just like Edward and the damn girl. And then the black girl, you would think like, oh, is she a wolf? Nah. That's what I love about this show, was that they literally are using spirituality, this increase of spirituality amongst black people. So basically they are like, how do I describe it? Basically, they just kill all the bad energy that comes in. Any, bad people that come in. So, like vampires, monsters, goblins, zombies, they were killing. So they were basically like, basically like Ghostbusters, I guess you can say. But it was more like, don't fuck with me because my spirits, my ancestors, they got my back. So they did like a whole like cleansing their house before they moved in. They had all their like chakras, and it was just so beautiful to see on the screen, and like with black people. And the black woman on the show, I'm gonna have to find these characters' names, so I'm just going off of black and white, but that's how I remember shit when I'm just watching a new show. But that mama, the black mama, was literally like a black mama, and I give it up to her because she had me fucking crying in that second to last episode. Oh my gosh. But anyways, these 2 girls come to find out that they started to like each other, and then when the black girl figured that she was a vampire, she was like, oh, I gotta kill you, because that's what they do. When the vampire white girl, she's just like, last days ago because she really didn't know. She doesn't want to be like vampire. Doesn't want to embrace who she is. Like, you're a vampire, you can't hide that shit. Like, she's literally like taking pills of blood because she's scared to bite people to go get suck their blood so that she can literally live. But it's understandable, you know. She feel like she's doing an inhumane thing, though she does need it to survive. So that's why I was like, it's a mix of both. Where she's like, damn, I don't want to do this, but it's getting to a point where she was about to go crazy. She didn't, you know, get her first kill. Which that's why the show was called First Kill, because that's how it all started. But anyway, come to find out the girls really are in love with each other, and they can't fight the feeling, even though they're supposed to be enemies. They really are like lovers, there to help each other out. So that's why it's just like Romeo and Juliet, which is so cute, because they even in their class, in their school, they have like a Romeo and Juliet play going on and stuff. So it's like, oh, so much imagery going on in that show, and it's just so lovely. But it's a great ass show. I would definitely suggest watching it, giving it a try. Yeah, I guess the first episode would be a great episode to watch just on how it ended, because you're gonna want to see how it continued in the second episode. So that's where they hook you, and I would say it's a great show to get hooked on. And then the other thing, was I watching something else? Nah, I can't think of shit right now. But the other thing I just was recently watching, actually this week I just started watching, was the Trick Daddy show, his cooking show on YouTube. Like, give it up for that black man. I'm really, really impressed. Like, I'm still watching it now. I just watched the episode with Sukiyani. She's so good. She's so good. Her and Bill, they so cute. Bill's like I fucks with Bill because he's a Leo. So I fucks with Bill, and I know if he can, you know, she be talking about us Leos, like we so hard and sensitive, but y'all love us. But Trick Daddy show is really great. Like, even he got me one to cook. That's why I made that barbecue pineapple chicken yesterday. I really want to go try his restaurant now next time I go to Miami. So that's definitely gonna be my list, because that shit looks so good. Like, on the first episode when I turned it on, I thought he was about to make some greens, but I saw him throw like some meat in the pot. Just, you know, when you do that, I know you about to cook some greens. And then he put cabbage in there. I was like, ooh, I never thought of that with cabbage. And so I was like, I definitely want to make me some cabbage or some slaw soon. But yeah, give it up to Trick Daddy. Y'all should definitely start looking at that YouTube channel. Okay, we go get into, I guess, the health tip, mental tip. Health tip, I just want to let y'all know that I'm back playing sports. Finally found another softball team. I don't know what the fuck going on with my old softball team. I guess, like, when COVID hit, they just, you know, we stopped playing. And then the fields that we played at, Sportsplex, the guy just finally gave up and decided to retire, which is understandable because, I mean, not understandable because I was playing at them fields when I was like 5, 6 years old, 10 years old. So I was playing before I was doing the slow pitch league. I was like actual playing real softball back then on Sportsplex fields, doing home runs back then. And so now to hear like it's going to be gone, because when you're riding on Highway 90, that's what you see when you pass in. You see the fields, and then you pass Post Oak, and then you see Fiesta. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's gonna be so weird now, but I bet they've been trying to make him sell the place, so that's why he just probably gave up, and then COVID hit, so that probably was a big factor. But anyways, I found a new team. They're actually cool. Someone that I played softball with at TSU had reached out to see if I wanted to play with them, and I was like, sure. Even though I had literally just signed up for another team on a different day, but the team that I had signed up for, they like a bunch of pickups, so it's like not like an actual team that was brought together, so it's whoever wants to play. And I was like, that actually were good for the first time when we first played, but I don't know how long I'll be playing on that team. Anyways, so with this other team, I like them because, you know, they're all just, I like when we just literally just show up and play and we win. And like, if we do lose, then something fucked up, but we not just gonna be harping at each other cause we not, I'm not like, my motto is when I'm out there, like, I'm not getting paid for this shit. Are you getting me some stipends? Are you paying for shit? Nah, you know what I mean? You're not paying for shit for me to play. Like, that's the whole reason I stopped playing softball in the first place. Like, it's not fun. So, and you're not paying me that much anyway. So, and I don't even need the shit. Like, so that's how I feel when I'm out there. But some people be taking this so serious because they were trying to live their glory days in high school because either they didn't make varsity or they never made the team. So they was playing like intramural sports in college, not on a real team. So like, yeah, I don't know how to feel like that because I'm a fucking athlete. So I don't know how to feel what other people felt before. Yeah. If y'all play on these type of teams, then you'll understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not just being mean, but these people be out here serious. Like, when I had played with this other team, the first game, the game before was somebody had got hit in the head. Like, and I saw the dude, I'm like, he definitely had looked concussed. Like, he definitely have a concussion. So I'm like, nah, y'all doing too much, playing too hard out here for nothing. For what? To say you won, to say you're a champ to some adults. You know what I mean? But in saying that, even though I'll be talking about these people like going all hard, and then when I think about it, I'm kind of like these people because I know y'all, I'm going all over the place. If y'all didn't know, I got a little ADHD mind that goes around in circles. That's why I got this podcast to let my thoughts out. And I'm not apologizing. I'm just letting y'all know what's up. But anyways, pause on that. I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, because kickball, I am playing kickball as well, y'all. I'm playing on this kickball team. For my old friend, I asked to play like a long time ago. I was like, yeah, sure. And then like, a couple of months later, she was like, yeah, we're about to start playing. I'm like, oh shit, I did agree, to play. So I'm like, okay, this is different because it's not any type of sport I ever played in school or outside of school. So, and then kickball, you just think it's like PE. But nah, these motherfuckers use like a soccer ball, not the little red bouncy ball we used to use in school. So yeah, it was a little different. But the reason I'm saying is that when throwing the ball, because we still play on like softball fields, so we still, play like that. But throwing that ball in compared to softball fucks up my shoulder every time. So I think my senior year in high school, we were out in Colorado playing, and this is where. And then a game we were playing is where all the scouts were going to be at. Like, everybody was supposed to be there to look at you, so you can get your scholarship and shit. And so I guess I had overworked my shoulder at that time. And I had never had problems with my shoulder before. But I guess just it finally got to me where in the game, me, I'm an athlete. Like, I don't make like simple mistakes. But I was making simple mistakes in that game. And my coach was looking at me weird. And I was just like, I couldn't throw to first. Like, they switched me from short. I play shortstop. They switched me from short to second, and I still could not throw the ball to first. Literally, this is not that long from first and second. So I was like, yeah, I fucked up my shoulder. And so when I finally said, I was like, why didn't say nothing? I'm like, I don't want to fucking play. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a scholarship maybe for a ride. Like, nah, I'm not about to. But, thinking about it back then, I'm making myself look more bad than better. It's good. But anyways, from that injury, I know that my shoulder is, I didn't properly heal it. So I know it's still, like now when I play softball, I don't throw. Like, I don't warm up because warming up is going to put more pressure on my shoulder. Like, now let's get it. Once I throw, I feel refreshed or good. So doing this kickball and doing softball all at the same time because they're literally like back to back days. I play like one sport on Sunday, one on Monday, and another on Tuesday. So it's literally back to back. And I am definitely overusing my shoulder right now. So that's why, and going back to where I was at with my pause, I am acting like the people overworking myself for no reason. Like, what's the point? I'm still playing. But for me, it's not because I'm trying to live up to anything. It's just, I just want to fucking play and be out there. Like, I just love being on the softball field, love playing, love. Because I know I'm good. And I just like, oh, and see people be like, oh, okay, AP. Like, just brush it off. But it's like, I know, but thank you, like that. So I'm not gonna lie, I have been overworking myself. So for me to not be like the people I be talking about, I'm definitely have to start saying no. Because I be feeling bad because I know there's not a lot of girls, to help, especially in a lot of sports, or a lot of co-ed sports that we play in. So that's what I be feeling bad. I know it's not a lot of girls. Like one of our girls in kickball, again, even though she wasn't doing nothing strenuous, she literally, her ACL. Like, I was just like, yeah. I was like, I am not about to go hard. Definitely going to, I always stretch, but definitely going to stretch more. Because she literally said she was stretching and felt, a little stiffness. And that was just scary because I literally heard the pop too while I was in second and she was in center field. Like, so even that had a wake up for me. It was like, okay, AP, your shoulder's fucked up. Like literally, y'all saw me post. I had the ice on my shoulder, and I don't fucking like to ice. I do not like to ice. Even when I broke my ankle, I hated to ice it. Like I don't like to ice because I don't like the cold like that. But I literally, I know it had to hurt for me to allow myself to put on the ice myself and wrap it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, health tip is learn when to say no. If it's going to deteriorate yourself, make you feel any worse than you already do. If it's not going to make you feel better, say no. You know what I mean? And it's okay to say no and not feel bad about it. I know I had to learn. That was one of my goals a while back, was learn how to say no. Because you always say yes because, I'm just a helpful person, generous kind of person. But sometimes, you can find somebody else that's generous and kind. I can say no this time. That's my Dunder Mifflin shirt. Yeah. But yeah, so, and then going to the mental tip. So I would like to write out my goals, and then, I like to write out some fun goals that I want to accomplish. I guess like bucket list stuff. That's why, and I have been working on my bucket list because I was like, I don't really have like a bucket list to start because I guess I already know that I'm going to do the things that I say I want to do. So I was like, what's the point of me doing a bucket list? But I guess, really thinking about what you will want to try. Really thinking about what you will want to try and haven't tried before. I guess it's something really you should put on there. So one of my bucket list of fun item goals that I want to accomplish this year. I think I had like 2 or 3. I gotta look at my phone. One was I want to do 2 marathons, 2 5K runs this year. So I got one coming up in July, this month actually. I might go run tomorrow. I don't think I ran today. This week. So yes, I got that. So that was one. I want to do 2 5K runs, and then another one was I wanted to go to a jiu-jitsu class, Brazilian jiu-jitsu class, BJJ, or any of the mixed martial arts classes, mostly BJJ, just because I be watching MMA a lot, UFC. So yeah. Well, just so happened my baby, he is actually into that. So I literally have, I guess, my own trainer. So we finally went out in the park and he taught me some moves. So I know how to do the Americana. So I always want to say Americano, like the coffee, but Americana. That's like, I'd be like pulling their arm down and lifting it up while they're on the ground. So cool. And then I learned even that from the first little training, I learned that I give so much respect to these fighters because my toes were fucking hurting. Because it's like you're using like bones and muscles in your body parts you never used before. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I learned Americana. I learned a rear naked choke, which is my fave. And then this week I had learned. I be forgetting the fucking thingies. I just be knowing what they are. Fucky fuck. Oh, it's the bull rider pass. Oh, armbar. I learned how to do armbar. That armbar is so hard to do. Well, no, it's not hard, but I guess because, again, I was overworking myself and I literally had just played softball the day before and now I'm trying to do training, jiu-jitsu training. Yeah, I was trying to squeeze and my legs just couldn't squeeze anymore. Y'all, like, my legs were so sore from those back-to-back games that I did this past weekend. And even I agreed to fucking do a softball tournament and I said I would never do that again because I ain't fit to do tournaments like I used to, y'all. Like, I remember I did that maybe like 3-4 years ago. It was an all-girls softball team I was playing with. And they just asked me to do the tournament with them. I guess it must have been some years since I played a tournament because I was tired from back-to-back games. And we was losing, so I don't like that shit. So it was one game where we was out there till 1 o'clock in the morning. And I remember being out there when I was younger, being in them games for 1 o'clock in the morning. But that's because that was like championship games. I don't know, there ain't no fucking losing games. You know what I mean? I was tired, but pray for me because I should be okay. But I just realized that I'm doing that tournament on the 16th. And then that next week is my 5K run. Okay. Oh, I might have to miss kickball too. Dang, y'all just making me think of shit that I may have to miss. Cause again, yeah, I literally gotta say no to some shit. So guess we'll see when I come back. What did I actually do? But yeah, so I'm just happy that I was able to meet my goal that I wanted to do. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm still gonna be scared when I finally go, when I train against somebody against my weight. Because, I've been working out with my boyfriend, he's bigger than me. So it's like, I mean, it's good because, at least I know I can handle weight bigger than me. And it'd probably be easier whoever my size is smaller. But still, I still could be nervous because these people be knowing. And like, I'm just be learning for fun, even though it's still for like real shit, self-defense if anything happens. But it's still a little scary because I guess it's like a sport. No, it's like a sport I never did, but I'm excited. I'm trying to see what other move I want to learn next. But if y'all have anything, let me know what I should learn next. I'm excited. I've been recording us every time we work out. So, be on the lookout because we might start doing trainings. Not trainings, but like self-defense for women. So be on the lookout for that when I post it so y'all can come out with me and try to get these muscles. All right, y'all. So this quick topic that I'm about to get into is really, I guess people probably been thinking, why the fuck am I becoming an esthetician when my ass got 2 degrees already? I got my accountant, and then now I'm going back to school to be an esthetician. Like, I bet people probably thinking, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Something wrong with her? Did she, like, lose her job? It's like, you know what I mean? Is she not going to be a corporate? Like, what is she doing? She's stupid. Anyways, so I just thought I'd give a little insight to why or what I've been doing in my career. So, why did I do aesthetics? Well, let's see. One is, I know I told myself that if I was to ever go back to school, I would give myself till I was 30 to determine if I really, 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 really want to go back to school. Excuse me. So yeah. So it was going to either going to be like going to get my JD, my Juris Doctorate, go to law school, or go back and get another master's, or go and get my doctorate, PhD. I never could figure out what I want to get my PhD in, because one, I don't want to fucking teach nobody. I don't want to teach no kids. Research, I mean, I love to do research, but that's not my MO. So yeah, so we'll see. You never know. I still got till next year, y'all. I'm about to be in my 30s, and I can't wait. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I went to decide to go to esthetician school. Yeah, so I was like, I had told, I guess, when you tell guys your plans and he show you better, he could tell you. Because I thought I was going back to school for, for a doctorate, for a juris doctorate. No, I'm going back to school to become an esthetician. So, and then the second thing is, I'll be going to get my waxings, my Brazilian wax, get your coochie wax. And, literally, like, when you go get your vagina wax, it's literally like talking to your gynecologist. For women, that's how, if you want to understand them. For men, it's like talk to your barber. So, yeah. So I was like, damn, in my head, I'm a fucking accountant. So I'm thinking, like, this girl getting, $50, $60 from me for like 30 minutes, and we just talking. I'm just, calculating how much I could be. I was like, this? And I was like, I said, I think I'll be okay, looking at coochies and stuff. I mean, I know they say it be some smells. I haven't had that experience. Let's knock on wood. But yeah, that kind of just had me thinking, like, okay, maybe I want to do this wax thing, So that's when I just started doing my research. I love research. I started doing my research to see, what do I got to do? They're like, oh, do you become a waxer, or do you, I don't know what the name was. So that's how you do your research. And then I was like, oh, you become an esthetician to do, and that's how you get, certified and stuff. The dog's in here. So if you hear any tapping, that's still. So yeah, so that was the second thing why I was like, okay, so she's making money. What can I do? Oh, and also at that time, was I laid off? No, I wasn't laid off. I was still working from home. See, I was working from home, so I was like, okay, I still have some free time, so I can, go back to school in the evening times and get this shit over with. And then third reason would be because I know that accounting is not my end all be all. I also know that I want some extra income. So as much extra income I can get the easy way possible, just doing what I like. Yeah. And then, and I think overall, like I said, my goal is when going to school was, one, to become an esthetician so I can do services. Two, I just want to have come on now, Daddy. Making all that goddamn noise. My bad. He looking at me like I did something. But what's the other shit I was saying? I forgot. Dang, he messed me up. Oh, I want extra income, and I wanted to have, a, what is it called? Patty really messed up my thought. I cannot think. A skill, a trade. That's what I meant. I want to have a trade, you know what I mean? Because when COVID hit and quarantine happened, you really see that you really need a trade to survive in this fucking society, fucking economy. And especially now what's going on. Oh, fuck Texas, y'all. Fuck the United States. Oh, so yeah. So we know we're literally going through another recession right now, and it's so weird. What I've been telling my people, is like, it's so weird going through this recession as an adult or being aware of it. Because back then when we were kids, when the recession happens, like, we're a kid. Like, I mean, we hear about it and they bring it up in history class. But it's like we really don't know what the fuck is going on. We're not working. We're not dealing with that stress. Just being kids. But now going through this, or being an adult and being aware, it's like, wow, Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. And we allowed that to happen because we are not voting, guys. And including myself too, especially the local voting. I gotta get on it. Um, but yeah, that just basically that just made me want to make sure I have a trade, just in case, this accounting shit. I know that I'm not gonna do forever. So that's one of the 3 reasons why I did aesthetics. So when I finally researched the school, the reason I chose Ogle. So yeah, that's school. That's a program that I chose was Ogle, and I chose that because I know several people that had went through there, not through for esthetician, but for cosmetics. And I was like, oh, okay, I know them, so I was like, I should be able to do this school, bitch. Do your fucking research. That was another thing I'm gonna talk about, but. So yeah, so I did Ogle, and I was like, okay. I was like, damn, they had options to do full time, part time. And I'm like, damn, I would love to do full time, but I can't sit in a fucking class like I used to in high school for 8-9 hours. Fuck that. So I was like, okay, I'll do the part time though. It's like longer. I'll just suck it up and get it over with. So yeah, so that's how I started my journey. I can say that it's just like accounting. I love accounting because I like problem solving. I like it when we're like 10 cents off. I can't figure out what it is. I love to go research the numbers to go see where it is, the differences. And I really do like, so, I went into esthetician school thinking I wanted to do waxing. And then I came out of there really loving facials, which is so weird because I don't like fucking touching people. Like, that's what everybody said when I told them I was doing esthetician. They was like, but you don't like touching people. It's funny and it's true. But yeah, it really shows, once you get in there, your views may change on what you really want to do. So I want to give some advice to anyone that is thinking about going into any beauty program, especially aesthetics. So the top name is Esthetics, and then the person, all that good shit. So so like y'all favorite MUAs, they should have a esthetician license or cosmetic license. So I want to give some advice. 3 things you should do before going to esthetician school or picking a beauty program. So 3 things you should do before going to esthetician school. Number 1, as y'all heard me say, do your research. Research as much as you can, because as I've said before, not to the podcast, but to others, I felt bamboozled coming into my beauty school. And again, I told y'all I'm gonna go in depth, but this is just a little surface level stuff. But yeah, I felt bamboozled coming to my esthetician school, just because I, gone to college institutions. I worked in corporate, and so seeing how the businesses ran really shocked me, because as a business person, I know how infrastructure and organization really affects a business and their customers, which is us, the students. So that's why I would say do your research, ask questions. We got this social media, y'all, so please look up the school that you're going to, or look up their students to hear and see what they are saying about the school and the instructors and about the class and about what they're actually learning in the school. So do your research. Number 2, like I said before, when I was explaining, I thought I wanted to do waxing and then end up liking facials. So decide what all that you want to learn. And reason being, because for my school, they were my advisor. a recruiter was like, oh, okay, so what program you do? And I was like, oh, esthetician. But I was telling him, like, I do my own hair, I color my own hair. He's like, oh, so you may be interested in cosmetics. But then when I thought about it, I was like, I know I like doing it, but I like doing my own hair, not anybody else's. So it's stuff like that, trying to figure out exactly what you want to learn in order, to become a licensed esthetician or cosmetic. I mean, I keep saying cosmetics, but yeah, that's the right book. So yeah, decide what you want because our school had offered esthetician program, cosmetics program, and then they had a nail program. But it's just just a little bit. Massage maybe go more in depth. So let me give a breakdown with aesthetics and cosmetics to decide or decipher which one you probably should go for. Off the back, cosmetic is probably the big one that covers everything that you will learn in aesthetics and nails and all that other stuff. But the hours are going to be longer. So for estheticians, you have to get 750 hours. And then I know for cosmetics, I know that's double that. They're like in the thousands. So I'm not really sure on a particular number. And it's also different in each state as well, too, in country for the hours that you'll need to become, eligible to take the license exam. So yes, you definitely want to check your state and their state board to see, how many hours that they require for you to become a licensed esthetician. So like in esthetician school, you will learn facials, makeup, waxing, eyebrow tinting, eyebrow lifting, brow lamination. That's like the core stuff that you'll learn. And then for cosmetics, it's mostly geared towards hair. That's where a lot of people were, that I've heard, of the girls that was in the cosmetics program. They was like, oh, I didn't know that is for which program you want to be in and even which level you want to start, like, full-time, part-time. So just do your research because that will take a lot out of you. So make sure that you have support around you just in case you get tired, and it will get frustrating. But yeah, just decide what you want and have your support system. You'll be good. And third and last thing is I would say continue to seek knowledge. Continue. And I mean during your program, continue to seek knowledge outside of your program or school. So during, after your program, all that, continue to seek knowledge because in this industry, trends are always changing, coming and going. Rules are always changing and coming and going. What people like always, changes. So continue to seek knowledge while you're in there, because sometimes you may have some instructors that may only know aesthetic side, but they got their instructor license. So, but they're teaching a cosmetics class, it's like that. So that's why I suggest continue to seek knowledge while you're in school. Seek knowledge outside of school while you're in the program still, and continue to seek knowledge once you complete the program. So yeah, guys, I really hope y'all like this episode. I had a great time. I needed to get this out. My mental health tip right there. Well, I've been hovering stuff in, but you're working on it because we want to do some meditation. And if you have not checked out my Black Girl Affirmation song, it's Black Girl Affirmation Roots by AP Rose. I'm definitely going to come out with some more affirmations, y'all. I promise, because I'm thankful that people have been reaching out when they figure out that it's me. I even had a girl from high school, middle school reach out to me. It was like, is that your voice? And I was really so cool when people figure out that it's me, talking on the track. But definitely keep on the lookout because I want to come up with a Black boy, Black man affirmations and just affirmation in general because I just want to go ahead and do affirmation CD for everybody to continue to listen to. I'm gonna write that on my goal. It's gonna be one of my new goals I add. So yeah, enjoy. You are able to, y'all see I recorded this video and audio, so you will be able to look at this on YouTube, and I'll post it on all my social media so y'all can look and listen, rate me, give me some good reviews, subscribe to my, I don't know what the shit is called, y'all, but y'all know, subscribe. I'm really about to get in this shit, y'all, for real. Because whatever this little app or device app I'm using, software I'm using called Riverside, it's like I'm able to invite people on where you can watch me live. And I definitely want to get some hosts on here, so definitely want to look out for that. Or just bring my friends on here and we just talk shit. So thank y'all for listening to Not Your Average Accountant podcast by AP Rose. Bye.